Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna actually go ahead and show you how to, I just put in this antenna here in my 240SX. The old one was gone. The previous owners apparently wanted a hole there in the quarter panel. So and then I put the antenna in, mounted it, no big deal. But I actually came across this guy here. What looks like they just chopped off the old antenna plug, and obviously, that's not going to work with this new male plug I've got here. So what I'm going to actually be doing is I have an antenna adapter here. You can get them from anywhere, Walmart, Best Buy, whatever. I'm going to actually be cutting off this female end here, soldering it to here, and then that way, it'll be able to plug right into my male end here. Okay, so here are the things that you're going to be needing for this job. First is the antenna adapter. It doesn't have to be the exact one as long as it's got the female end for this particular job. Some electrical solder, a razor blade, soldering gun, or you can use a soldering iron, whatever. Tape or heat shrink. I generally prefer heat shrink, but I'm out at the moment. And then you're going to need some zip ties as well. Okay, so as you can see now, I've cut the end off from the antenna adapter, and now what you have here is you see the shielding here, and then inside behind this stuff here, you'll see the inner wire inside there. It's very, very thin, so you're going to be real careful with this part. Okay, so now you can see I peeled off the plastic shielding on the inside for that little tiny wire, so going to want to be real careful with that guy. That guy we're going to end up soldering over to the other end, and the same exact thing we're going to be doing to the piece inside the car as well. Alright, as you can see here, I've just wrapped those two together, getting ready to solder them. Alright, so as you can see there, I soldered that metal cable there, and now I'm going to go ahead and just see how I left a little bit of the, I guess you could say, the splinters there. I'm going to wrap those back around there and then tape it up real nice so it doesn't, come in contact with the shielding. Okay, so I got that taped up, and another thing you're going to want to do, which I personally do, is just take, the clipped off ends of a zip tie, just put them right up against there, just so it'll be nice and splinted, so it doesn't, no chance of that bending, because it is a thin wire, so much bending on that, it's not going to do it very good. It's going to just, go ahead and break. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and as you can see here, now I went ahead and soldered a little extension wire from one side of the shielding to the other. And then what I'm going to do now that that's soldered together, I'm going to go ahead and get some extra wire like this here, and then use that to wrap all the way around that entire thing there. So, just to have it just be similar to how the shielding was already. You could leave it like it is, but I like to just wrap it around just so it's a little more like it's supposed to be. Okay, so here's how it looks like once I've wrapped, some just regular speaker wire, just wrapped it all the way around the whole thing, just to, mimic how it was, wrapped initially from the factory. Okay, so as you can see now here, I've wrapped it up in tape, and something that I like to do whenever using electrical tape, I would have preferred to, of course, heat shrink this, but I'm out of it at the moment, so I'm just kind of making do with what I've got, which I wrapped it around, and then what I like to do when I have to use electrical tape like that to wrap, I put a zip tie on each end of the tape, so it doesn't, so it doesn't have a chance to start unraveling with the heat and stuff. This is good tape, so it probably won't, but, some of you guys using the cheaper stuff, might want to go ahead and do that. Okay, so as you can see here, the female end here, which we soldered on, that's going to the car because the old one was cut off. We're going to go ahead and just, now the male one, just go ahead and plug right in, and you're good to go. Okay, so as you can see here, it's all connected together there, and I'm going to go ahead and test out the radio, see how it works.
And from Auto Trader.
Alright, so yeah, Auto Trader.
by active members Jill and Fritz Brookhuizen.
See, now you can see it's working.
Wishes Jill a happy birthday today.
So yeah, that was a video on how to go ahead and repair the antenna end when it's been broken off. You can do the same thing like behind the radio if the antenna plug is cut. I've seen that a lot when I've bought used cars. You could even do the same potentially if it's got a weird plug in the back as well, like if it's like a Volkswagen or something like that, which I don't recommend cutting off the plugs, but if you want to save a few bucks, like, just go for it. You can usually just get a antenna adapter for that type of job though.